Alright guys, we're going to start doing the long video and give everybody some warning. This is probably going to be 20 minutes long. I really encourage you to watch the whole thing. I know it's a lot, but lots of good info that can help a prospective buyer or bidder. The reason I do this is so when the car shows up, you know what you're getting, and we don't have like, I didn't know about this or that, or you know, any of that stuff, because we don't want that. So here's the progression of the video. We're going to start. I'm going to put the car in high level, which I actually used today. Then we're going to lower it. Then we're going to do the different chassis settings. Then I'm going to move it to the back. I'm going to raise and lower the spoiler. We're going to do a walk around, and then I'm going to do an interior tour and do my best to demonstrate everything works. So this is going to be long, and I hope you all bear with me. And don't make fun of my hair. Well, you can if you want. I normally drive because I think it looks better and handles better, and it's a lot more fun to drive. So y'all gonna have to excuse the water on the car. This time of year in the south, it rains almost every day. It's a huge pain in the ass to try and get the car cleaned and dried. Okay, now we're gonna do the spoiler. We're gonna go up, down, I guess just up and down. So if anyone astutely noticed the hesitation the first time I put it down, so you do have to hold it, the button, the whole time, the entire time you lower it. I wasn't sure if it was one touch or not, so I held it and let go and it stopped. So it was one touch going when it deploys, but to put it back down, you have to hold it. All right, so we're gonna turn the lights on and do a light check. Lights, where's the hazard switch? Up there. Okay. So pretty much like every 970 Panamera known in existence, the door appliques. Applique? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word, to be honest with you. It's peeling right here, or the finish is starting to come off. I've heard guys have a lot of luck wrapping them. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I wouldn't worry about it. So this car does have, well, let's start in the back. Let's go around. Probably do this systematically. So because this car has keyless, or I say keyless go, Porsche entry and drive, meaning you just have the key in your pocket, it has this function, right? Chia. And you may think you're never going to use this, but you're wrong. So this closes the hatch. What this one does is you have the key in your pocket, you're at the grocery store, you're at the office, you take your bag out of the trunk, like I am going to do shortly. And if you hit this button and walk away, right here, the rear hatch goes down and it locks the car. Again, you think I'm never gonna use that, that's stupid, who cares? But it comes in handy. Okay, so also to note, this car was optioned with soft closed doors. That's something else. You may think, that's stupid, I'm never gonna use it. But again, you'd be wrong, because they really come in handy. And they all work. So here we go. You ready? So you don't have to slam the door. And with a heavy door, it actually is quite useful. So I think all 4 of the wheels have some curbing. I mean, they're not terrible, but it's there. And yeah, I had those front rotors replaced, and holy crapola, they were expensive. So you see the PPF right here. Unfortunately, I drove up here after the rain, and yeah, don't hate me. It's just part of living in the South. Cars get dirty when it rains. So all these marks, this is not in the bumper, this is all the PPF. So you could have this replaced or just leave it. My opinion, leave it. It serves a purpose. It's not hurting anybody by being there. So this wheel has a little stuff over there. Okay, we're gonna do the this door, power close, soft close, whatever you want to call it. Check. Check. This wheel has some minor curbing there. Then we have the PSE, which gives us the really cool looking outlets there. All right, so we're gonna sit in the back seat. Pretty much no damage, no wear, nothing to mention here. We do have the 4-zone climate, which feels really good because it just rained and it is, as my wife says, it's swampy outside. Heated rear seat. Check. Heated rear seat. Check. Temperature. Temperature. So everything fully functional back here. The rear cup holder is intact, not broken. It also has this really cool dark wood trim. You don't see that a lot. Center armrest. Check. All right, we're gonna go up to the passenger front seat. And these little vents, it's little things that you think, like the power closed doors, like the entry and drive. You know, you honestly think, oh, that's stupid, I'm never going to use that. But you would be wrong. Back seat, driver's side, passenger side, excuse me. Everything is good. good back here. Power close. And we have PPF on the door edges here. It's a little hard to see. Passenger seat, pretty much nowhere. All the functions function. However you want to set it. A couple other, both sides intact, not broken. All right. Power closed door. Check. Jump in here, we're going to turn off the lights, and I'm going to soak up some AC because it may only be 76 degrees, but it's about 5,000 degrees humidity. Alright, let's turn this off to where everybody can hear me. Okay, so what I did was I synced the climate because the passenger side fan was going faster. All right, so we have a lot to cover. Well, not really. Okay, so we have our lane change assist. It lights up to let you know the system is ready. All right, we have our power fold mirrors. We have our power fold mirrors. We have our mirror adjustment. We have our mirror adjustment. I feel really silly demonstrating the windows, but you know, why not? I would hope nobody would sell a car on these platforms with the windows that don't work. I'm sure it happens. All right, locks, check. Okay, so obviously we're at temp. We have info, messages, no messages. So that'd be like error messages of any sort. Would let us know right there. Obviously our water temp is good, oil temp is good, oil pressure is good. And we have our analog gauges, turn signals. So this is our adaptive cruise that I demonstrated. This is how you adjust the gap. Takes a little bit of getting used to if you've never used that function before. Turn off the wipers. Wipers work, horn works. I wanted to point out that both hands are on the Sport Chrono clock, the little white hands. Those like to fall off. It's a pretty common failure. I just want to point out the dash is not pulled back or shrinking or anything along those lines. The dash is nice and tight. Okay, Sport Plus. So earlier I was doing the height adjustments. So you cannot drive, you can drive like 12 miles an hour with the car in high level, and then it'll lower itself down. I don't know why you want to. It looks kind of like a dune buggy. And then this is where you do the chassis settings for so this is where you do the different chassis settings. I always drive in Sport Plus. You can tell the car's moving. It might be hard for you. I can tell the car's moving. All right, so that's pretty much, oh yeah, and it has a heated steering wheel. Which is nice. There's no cracks in the finish. on the steering wheel. No cracks, no cracks. All right, PCM. Don't really see a lot of problems with these. Everything works like it should. I actually have my phone linked to it, so I can confirm the Bluetooth works. Let's see, up here we have some of our hazards. We know they work. Defrost, check. So the spoiler, when you want to deploy it, one touch, so I can see it going up. You want to lower it, you have to hold it, or else it will stop. Fan speed, all this stuff is good. Temperature, good. No problems here. AC is nice and cold. So we have our fan direction. So you'd be surprised how rare it is to find this. Porsche really did a good job with this. My wife and I joked that this saved our marriage. I mean, not really. But when I drive, I like air on my feet, and she doesn't. So guess what? We can make that happen. And we got her a newish Cayenne a couple years ago. When we were looking at AMG Mercedes and, X5s, and they don't have this. They kept thinking we were talking about dual climate control, and we were like, no, dual fan direction control. Oh my God. Then you have a salesman who's not really a car person. I was like talking to a wall. So all of our heated and cooled, check both sides. So this is that stupid start-stop feature. When you put it in sport mode, it automatically turns it off. Watch this. So we're gonna go sport. Boop, off. So just drive in sport and you're fine. That's your PSE, sport exhaust. It's always on when I'm driving, at least. Ashtray. I'm going to venture to say this light has never been used. Yep. Looks pretty new. So there's our cubby. Everything is good. So the storage compartment over here. Check. Over here. Check. Alright, so we're going to do one more walk around. And I'm at 17 minutes. Oh, let's do the sunroof. I'm at 17 minutes, so I think I've probably bored everybody to death. All of our... Okay, so you can turn off park assist, or if you're in like a, getting your coffee and everything. I used that this morning, actually. These are your home link buttons. You got your light, you got your light, you got your lights, you got your lights. Okay. So, interesting feature, maybe you all know about this, maybe you don't. You can put the hood into service position, which is super cool when you're working on this car. Hopefully you never have to. I mean, you will eventually. Or if you work on it yourself, that's a good thing to know that you can utilize. It makes getting in this area really easy. Alright, now, I don't know if I can put it down with one hand, so hopefully my phone doesn't fall up under. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is demonstrate the reverse camera. So it has reverse camera and front radar. Okay. So there's the front radar. So we're gonna drive up to this post up here. I want to get. So now it's yellow. Okay, so now if you want to turn it off, boop, it goes away. Turn it back on. We're all set. Let's make sure I'm in reverse. Alright, now we're going to back up to a wall. What you see back there. Ooh, there's a person back there. That's crazy. Man, that's optical illusion because it looks like I'm closer than I am. Okay. So we got the green right here. It's saying don't go any further. Okay. Good enough for me, guys. So in closing, I'm at 21 minutes. Is anybody still with me? Out of the 3 Panamera turbos I've sold, this being the 3rd, this is by far, it's my favorite. I love the .2s. You know, the 2014 to 2016. I think the body looks a little sharper. They changed a few things. They changed the rear hatch. I just think it's a much sharper car. So, there you go. Super cool, no reserve. Let's get her sold. If you have questions, guys, please let me know. Thank you.